Hey y'all. I'm like still deciding if I even want to like talk about this, post it, record this. I mean, it's recording now, but like if I want to like continue recording it or whatever. So today we're gonna be talking about death, but like not like in a bad way or not like that, but like we're gonna talk about it in the aspect of like it happens and a lot of times we don't know how to deal with it. A lot of times we're not sure like how we should go about it. We like blame everything in ourselves and we blame God, and we just a lot of times we don't know how to deal with it. And we'd be like, oh, gone too soon, or why did you have to take so and so? And so I went to a funeral today of somebody who I grew up with in church, a young man who just like, he was like the light of the room, like the light of life. Like he had like such a great spirit, great personality, great energy. He just was like such a big personality too. And it was just like you never had a dull moment. He didn't let you forget him. Like you was gonna know who he was, and that was that. Like, he was a great person, a great friend. He was just great. He impacted a lot of people. He really did. Like, and when I heard about it, like when I heard they died, like I seen it on Facebook, and I was just like, no. Like, no. Like I knew he was sick. And it was just like, like for me personally, it's always hard for me to believe that people are dead. Like, until I see it, I guess, if that makes sense, or until like, I don't know, it's just hard for me to accept the fact that somebody is dead. I don't really know why that is, but it is always just hard for me to do that. But I went to his funeral today, and I seen like people who we grew up with, and a lot of people who he knew outside of the church. Like he was a cheerleader, so like a lot of his cheer family, and we seen like it was great to be around all those people who loved to support him, his brothers and his sisters and his mom and his dad. It was just great. It was actually like one of the happiest funerals. Like it was sad because of course a lot of us missed him, but it was just like good to see how many people, and everybody kept saying like, everybody just kept saying so much positive stuff about him. And it was just kind of like we had so many great memories with him, just like in his cheer world and like our church home as well. It was just like you couldn't even help but to smile a little. Like, yeah, like in his memory, it was just like, yeah, it's sad that he's gone, but we're gonna remember him for so many great things, like so many great things. And I was just like thinking like, what would I do like if I was in that predicament to where I had to bury my brothers or my sister or somebody close to me? Like I'm like admiring how his family was, like they were so strong, and they didn't have to be strong for anybody because they lost someone dear to them, like, but they were. And I was just like, I don't know. Like I was talking to my mom about it, and we both said we don't know if we could be that strong, like in instances like that. Like, I don't know. And then you think like death is always sad because it's just like, dang, like you don't know anything else but life. When you think of this person, you only know like them being alive. Or when you think about yourself, you only know you being alive, or stuff like that. You don't think about, because you don't know anything but life. So when death comes, you're kind of like, it's so sad. But a lot of times you don't know what people are going through while they're on this earth. So they could have probably been like suffering, and going through hell on earth, and they don't have to deal with that anymore. Like, a lot of people feel like they was gone too soon. There's so much more they could accomplish, but it's probably, you don't know what God has in store, or you don't know what God's purpose is. Like, they probably accomplished whatever they were supposed to, and we feel like they were taken from us too soon. And, you know, we're gonna miss them, of course, but a lot of times when we think about death, we just think about like negative things about it. We don't think about how, like, the good memories we share with these people, and how they're going to forever be in our hearts. And then it was just like, you know, we just a lot of times always think about the negativity of it. Just like even the fact that a lot of us wear black to funerals. It's supposed to be like sad and depressing, but the family, they wore orange and blue and white because those were his favorite colors. And it was just like, we should mostly celebrate the life of people when they're no longer with us, because we all have our time, we're all gonna go. So I just kind of, I mean, they say this at all funerals, you know, you never know when your time's gonna come, so cherish and love and this and the third. But today it kind of really hit me, because it's like, you're right. I'm like, I've never been to a funeral of somebody my age before. Like, I know people my age who have, or people who are young who've died, but I've never been to a funeral of somebody my age. So it kind of was like, you really never know, like, when your day is gonna come, or who's gonna be next. So you really should, like, cherish who you have on this earth. And I know a lot of times I just wish that there's a lot of people who I could have cherished, or, you know, things like that. But if you have somebody who you're close to, or even if you have somebody who you like holding like a beef with or a grudge with, it's better for you to let that grudge and that beef go. It's better for you to enjoy every day as it is. Like, yeah, we have bad days all the time, and sometimes it feels like, what am I even like doing here on this earth? Like, oh my God, I'm wasting life, I'm wasting my time. So I think like this all the time, like, I'm sitting here wasting my life and wasting my time, and like, why am I still here? Like, I might as well just not be here. But I know that I shouldn't think like that, and I know that nobody else should think like that, because you never know when your time is actually going to be up. So you should enjoy each day that was given to you, because living and breathing and walking this earth, regardless of what's going on in this earth, regardless of how bad we think the earth is, regardless of how bad we think life is, regardless of how bad we got it, every day that we wake up is a blessing, because it's a lot of people who wish that they had people who woke up the next day who are gone. Like, it's plenty of people who wish, if I would have just had one more day with this person, if I could just have one more second with this person. And we sitting here taking life for granted each and every day, and we really shouldn't do that. Like, it's crazy. Like, I know me for sure take life for granted often. Like, I just be taking life for granted. Like, I just be saying things and thinking things that I just allow negative energies and negative spirits to enter my body and have me thinking things that I would have never thought like a couple of years ago. Or, you know, like, and sometimes I feel bad that I think that way. Like, I really shouldn't think like this, but that's how I feel in a moment, and I know I'm entitled to feel how I feel. But it's just like, I shouldn't say certain things. I shouldn't take life for granted, because like, life is a privilege. It's a privilege to wake up every day. It's a privilege every day to wake up, to breathe, to speak, to see, to feel. You know what I'm saying? No matter what we're going through, each day that we are given is a privilege, and we really should like take advantage of each day. Like, I know that Dom took advantage of each day. I know he did, because he was so impactful. He took advantage of each day. He took advantage of life. Like, he took life by the horns and just lived it. He lived his life unapologetically. And I know he loved God, and I know God loved him, and he loved people. He just was a great spirit, and we should be like that. Like, he really, like, I know a lot of times we used to be like, golly, Dominique's so extra. Like, look at him being an extra, but we still loved him for it, you know, for his extraness. So we just was like, Dominique's so extra, like, you know. But he didn't care about if we thought he was extra or not. He was still extra, and that's just something to admire about him, you know. Like, so what if you think I'm extra? I'm me, you know. And a lot of times we also let people dictate and determine how we gonna be and who we should be. Like, so what? It's our life and we should live it, that's not a word, regardless of what people think. We really should just not take life for granted. Like, death should teach us that we should not take life for granted. And while we are living, we should live it to our fullest. We should do everything to our fullest potential. We should try every day. Each day, if we don't make our goals, the next day, okay, we're going to do it today. We're going to do it today. Until we get to where we got to go, we never, ever should give up. Because the moment that we give up, we give in to all these negative things and negative spirits and things that want to take us down. Things who are counting against us. We just giving in every time we give up. Everybody in this world has stuff stacked against them. Everybody in this world have people wishing for their downfall, praying for their downfall. And we just gotta, as long as you're doing something good and positive in the world, or you're not harming anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that everybody should reach their full potential as long as you're doing what's right, regardless of race, sex, religion, whether you gay, straight, pansexual, whether you like whatever. It don't really matter. If you live in your life the best way you can, and doing things and doing what's right and what you know is genuinely right, then you should be able to reach your potential. And we should really just, like I said, not take life for granted. Like, that's basically what everything has taught me today. Because I know, like, my last video and in like the last past weeks, I was saying like how sad I was. And I mean, it's true, and I'm sad a lot because a lot of things that are in my control that I don't take care of properly, and a lot of things that are out of my control I get sad about. But, you know, if it's out of my control, I definitely can't control it. And if it's in my control, I need to take responsibility for things and do what I can do to make life what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just got to think about things positively. Like, yeah, we may die every day, or, you know, we may die someday, but as long as I fulfill my purpose in life, and I don't have to touch millions of people, and I don't have to be super duper fantastic and all of this, but as long as I didn't give up, and I tried every day, I did what's right, I was honest, I was true, I was good to people, I was kind-hearted, I was loyal, I was sincere. As long as you are all of those things, then you don't have to be funny, you don't have to be super talented, you don't have to be super attractive, you don't have to be anything. All you have to do is live your life right, and that's it. You just have to be true to yourself. That's all you have to do. And then everything else will come, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta be true to yourself, and you will be blessed like many of times if you just do the right thing. And I think I learned that too, because Dominic was truly blessed with people who loved him. He was just blessed to follow his dreams. He was able to follow his dreams and do what he wanted to do with life. I'm sure he probably had more things that he wanted to do, but I know that he was able to accomplish a lot of things because he was a good person overall. Like, yeah, we all make mistakes, we all fall short, we all have our issues, but overall, if you're a good person, then, you know, good things happen. And I know it may seem a lot of times like, well, I'm a good person and I try and I do this and bad things should still happen to me. You can't give up. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a calm before the storm, and then there's a storm, and then there's a rainbow. And you're going through your storm right now. But it's okay, because it's not the end. It's not the end of your story. It's your story. You know what I'm saying? Certain people go through things, and God knows exactly what we can handle. It may feel like, I can't handle this. I can't do this anymore. Like, why are you doing this to me, God? Like, why did you give me this task? But God knows exactly what we can handle. He definitely does. And he's not going to give you more than you can handle, ever. So you don't ever have to worry about, I can't do this anymore. You can do it. You just have to have faith. There's people who have gone through worse things and they made it out and they succeeded, and you can too. I have to tell myself this all the time. Like, there's no time for woe is me. Like, no, it's not woe is you. It's okay, I'm going through this, but I can bounce back. I done bounced back before. I done been through this, that, and the third, and guess what? I'm still standing, so you can't knock me out. You can't take me out. Only person who could tell me it's my time to go is God. And until then, I'm going to live this life, and I'm going to do everything that I possibly can. You know what I'm saying? But that's just, I don't know. I don't know if that's what I wanted to say, but that's what I said. I don't really know where I was going with this. I know just I wanted to talk about it and talk about what this has taught me, and that's what it did. So, yeah. I mean, I hope you learned something from this. It's not over yet. It's not. The fight's not over. You still have a long way to go in life, and you're gonna continue to achieve all your goals. It may not seem like it, but it's gonna happen. It's never too late for anybody. There's people who are 90 years old getting degrees, honey. There's people who get discovered when they're like 40. The lady who was in the Wakanda movie, she's an older lady, and she got discovered at a really old age. It doesn't matter. You don't have to do it now. It's gonna come. Your time will be over when God says your time is over, not when you say your time is over, not when anybody on this earth says your time is over. So it'll be okay. I know it's hard out there. Trust me and believe me. I know it's hard, and I know you want to give up every day. I understand that, but you can't. You gotta keep going. So we got this. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this together. Because I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm gonna get there. And you may not be where you want to be at, but you're gonna get there. We're gonna get through this together. We got each other's back. I got your back. You got my back. So y'all just let me know what it is, what you want to achieve. We can do this together. We got this together. You can comment below, like, what is it, something that you want to do with your life that you just feel like you can't do it. We're gonna do it together. I'm gonna make sure we gonna do it together. Okay? We're gonna build together. We're gonna grow together. We're gonna be phenomenal people. And then we won't have to feel like we're wasting our life, because this life is not promised to us, but we gotta make the most of what it is. So that's all I want to say. See you later. Bye.